Each and every one of us has an unlimited inner wellspring of spiritual power. You have the ability to transform, create, and heal anything upon which you set your heart and mind. Join me, Sarah Hall, as we learn how to uplift all aspects of your life through spiritual empowerment. Enjoy weekly guided meditations, spiritual discussions on a multitude of topics, and a chance to call in to receive channeled messages from the angels on your spiritual journey. I'm Sarah Hall, and this is Through the Eyes of the Angels.
Hello, my friends, and welcome. Today we're going to be holding space for peace, hope, and well-being with the angels, of course. With the situation of the global pandemic going on, I know that so many people seem to be going into fear. But in challenging times of uncertainty, hope is what is most important. Hope enables us to hold conscious space for manifesting peaceful, healing solutions that will uplift the world. There's a famous passage of poetry from an essay of man written by Alexander Pope in 1734, and he writes, "Hope springs eternal in the human breast. Man never is, but always to be blessed. The soul, uneasy and confined from home, rests and expatiates in a life to come." There's truth to be found in these words. Hope is eternal. Though a human lifetime is never eternal in its duration, we pass down infinite blessings of hope through the ages from one generation to the next. For hope is a force that we never truly lose. Yeah, its light may seem to dim sometimes, to the gentle glow of a single candle maybe, but it's a light that never truly goes out. Why is that? I think that Pope's words reveal something of an answer. He writes, "The soul, uneasy and confined from home, rests and expatiates in a life to come." Whatever Pope's intentions may have been in writing those lines, he reveals something here, has maybe perhaps even channeled something of the truth. What is the source of hope? This eternal force that he references that is passed like a blessing down through the ages. He suggests that hope's source is the soul. Though a physical human lifetime is temporary, the soul is eternal. Hope, an eternal force, springs forth from the part of us that is eternal. These lines recall that the soul's origin and home is not here in this world. In other words, you are not your body, your name, your home, your belongings, your story. Your home, your source, your truth are not of the temporary world. Hope is the nurturing sustenance that feeds the soul through the days of our human life, giving it sweetness, lending peace, and the memory of our unlimited nature. Hope is of our true nature of infinite expansiveness, freedom, and creation. What a power that is, isn't it? To be able to glimpse the eternal reality that flows around the bookends of our lives and seeps through the gaps and cracks in our conscious thoughts. Hope flows from the soul, and it is a glimpsing of our source, a whispered remembering of God. Hope is an eternal force because no matter the suffering that we may pass through in this temporary world of fleeting forms and delusions, it is impossible for us to forget the divine source from which we came. Every single particle of consciousness that you have, and every cell within your physical body is actually deeply programmed with the knowledge of your true origin. And this deep, all-permeating, soulful part of you knows that the divine is perfection. It is all-encompassing love, well-being, peace, abundance, generosity, harmony, and light. Which is why I suppose that hope has the power to effortlessly undo all fear, all illusions of suffering. Hope carries with it the promise of a reset of all that you are, a reset that returns you square into the heart of the divine truth of all-encompassing peace, love, and perfection. I think it would be helpful to repeat again the message that hope is important during times of challenging uncertainty more than ever. Why is that? Because it lights our way forward to the other side of the transformation that suffering can so often bring us. That light also offers meaning as well as direction, lends meaning to the transformation that suffering might bring. It gives a knowingness that helps us to trust all that we see and experience and surrender the ego's fears peacefully as we align with the wisdom and harmony of our divine nature. We could call what we are experiencing now at a global level perhaps a kind of dark night of the soul. Have you ever heard that phrase before? A dark night of the soul. What does it mean? A dark night of the soul is a kind of collapse of one's previous perception of what is meaningful. It is a demolition of all the things we had attached to ourselves in the name of creating a comfort zone. A comfort zone is a kind of perception within which we've convinced our own ego to numb the fear of the unknown, just enough to keep functioning within the safe, limiting walls of the ordinary routines of life. A dark night of the soul is like an earthquake, shaking the comfort zone, shaking up the structures of our priorities, values, and way of life. It's a breakdown. But a breakdown of temporal attachments and incomplete perceptions of reality is not necessarily a bad thing. Though certainly you could react with fear or plunge into doubt or suffering as a result of radical changes in your life, you don't need to, because you have complete power over how you react to everything you meet in life. The breakdown of normalcy, of the fragile forms of temporary earthly comfort, is in fact a powerful opportunity to deepen our strength and to rise into transcendent faith and higher spiritual awareness. Do you know where that phrase, dark night of the soul, comes from? It's actually the name of a poem written by the Catholic saint John of the Cross. John of the Cross, or Juan de la Cruz, was a Spanish monk and mystic in the 16th century. Listen to the beautiful, soulful poetry that he channeled, that he called the dark night of the soul. One dark night, fired with love's urgent longings. Ah, the sheer grace. I went out unseen, my house being now all stilled. In darkness and secure, by the secret ladder disguised. Ah, the sheer grace. In darkness and concealment, my house, now being all stilled. On that glad night, in secret, for no one saw me, nor did I look at anything, with no other light or guide than the one that burned in my heart. This guided me, more surely than the light of noon, to where he was awaiting me. Him I knew so well, there in a place where no one appeared. Oh, guiding light! Oh, night more lovely than the dawn! Oh, night that has united the lover with his beloved, transforming the beloved in her lover. Upon my flowering breast, which I kept wholly for him alone, there he lay sleeping, and I caressing him, there in a breeze from the fanning cedars. When the breeze blew from the turret as I parted his hair, it wounded my neck with its gentle hand, suspending all my senses. I abandoned and forgot myself, laying my face on the beloved. All things ceased. I went out from myself, leaving my cares, forgotten among the lilies. Isn't that just beautiful? I'd like to draw your attention to a few very important concepts in this poem, writing which I believe was channeled, maybe a channeled reflection of a very real spiritual experience that Juan had. Notice at the beginning of the poem that Juan states twice, my house being now all stilled. All stilled. What was he referring to? The house of the human soul is the mind and body that we reside in while we are here living this life. Juan refers to achieving stillness in his house, stillness of mind and body. The same stillness taught by the Buddhist sages who navigate the facet of our consciousness that can be one with God, enlightened, so to speak. When the dark night of the soul makes itself known, a time of uncertainty, when we cannot see familiar forms or derive the usual sense of comfort from the temporal material world, stillness of consciousness, meditative presence, this is what leads us into the ecstatic state, into a state of being in which we have transcended the lower ordinary self and have climbed the secret ladder, as Juan put it, to the beloved. And the beloved, of course, you know, is the divine. And the dark night of the soul, though it has perhaps deprived you of the familiar known world, has a powerful guiding quality to it. You know, they say that those who lose one of their senses develop heightened sensitivity elsewhere. I once knew a girl in college. I sang with her in choir, and she was blind. And she said that she loved when it would snow because she could hear the sound of the snow falling. And to her, it was the most gorgeous, peaceful sound. Can you imagine? What a gift she had. What a beautiful way of relating with the world. When the dark night of the soul comes, though it may deprive you of certain assurances, certain sensibilities, it simultaneously sharpens and awakens others. One called dark night guiding, more lovely than the dawn, because sometimes in darkness the only thing left to do is to reach for the light. Sometimes in darkness the only light left remaining is the one inside your heart, and it becomes so apparent. And then the only thing left to do is to reach into the heart of hope and surrender to it. I abandoned and forgot myself. This line speaks to surrendering the ego, letting go of the mind of fear, resistance, and separation, releasing the comfort zone of one's identity, letting that self be sacrificed in order to allow the true self to be discovered. Laying my face on my beloved, all things ceased. I went out from myself, leaving my cares forgotten among the lilies. The dark night of the soul is ego death, isn't it? And that isn't always a comfortable thing. Remember the part of the poem when Juan writes, "It wounded my neck. I parted his hair, it wounded my neck with its gentle hand, suspending all my senses." You know what image that brings to my mind? It's sort of like when something throttles you by the neck. Those experiences that shake you and make you pay attention. And they might sting for a moment, but it's a gentle hand. It suspends all your senses, all your distractions, your focuses on little things. And then it brings you back to the truth, to a surrendering of the ego, a surrendering of all that is not the beloved, all that is not the divine, all that is not our true source. And it helps create a merging back into it, back into a state where there is no fear or suffering possible, because we are united with all creating, all encompassing love. Hold on to hope. Abandon and forget your ego, your fears, and lay your face upon the beloved, as one says. In other words, focus all of your presence upon the eternal divine goodness that constantly flows through you and through all of us. Surrender into faith, hope, and love, no matter the challenges you face. You see, hope is a powerful ingredient, according to the angels, in the creation of an earth that more closely resembles the heaven that our souls remember and reach for in everything that we do. When big challenges arise in our lives, according to the angels, these are always opportunities to realize the divine more deeply. And let's get this straight. It's not that we have to suffer in order to find God. No. And it's not that God gives us suffering to help us learn either. No, no. It's that we manifest God, which is our true nature, in literally everything we do. No matter which direction we turn, we travel into God. So even when the human collective perhaps falls out of balance with Mother Nature, even when humanity creates a global system of economic struggle and disparity, even when we fight or fear one another, even these paths create a dark night of the soul, leading us back to the heart of God. Some paths cause us to come home to the divine truth out of the necessity of struggle, out of circumstances we create that literally strip us of the things that we use to distract us from our divine truth and unity. We manifest such things. But the amazing thing is that no matter where we go, no matter what we choose, we're always leaning towards God. And isn't it amazing that if we go far enough into disparity and suffering, that this very act will eventually strip us of those things and lead us into their opposite. Sometimes we manifest things that cause the collective swing of our conscious pendulum to go so far in one direction that it must come hurtling back the other way with an equal and opposite show of strength. Darkness, uncertainty, and suffering thus has an incredibly powerful potential to, as Juan de la Cruz put it, guide you more surely than the light of noon. Because there's nothing else left to cling to sometimes than the light that's left in your heart. Global challenges are often an opportunity for global reset, for us to come together and reach for a new way. Do not fear this. Fear really has nothing to offer you today, but hope does. Hope will give you the strength to stand up. Focus on the love and goodness we all collectively wish to protect at the core of our nature, and then do the next right thing. Don't allow fear to pull you into nightmarish worries about the future. Remind yourself that future worries don't actually exist. There's nothing useful you'll find there. Stay centered. Stay present. Stay peaceful, hopeful, and in a state of faith that, like all things, this too shall pass. If you find that you've been feeling overwhelmed, be kind to yourself and slow down. There is being informed, and then there's information overload. Useful information does not have to be colored by fear. So gather useful information and then unplug from the rest of the noise. We all have a powerful opportunity right now to let go of the noise of our busy lives. We have an opportunity right now to retreat from the constant drive and pressure to go forward and produce or consume more and more and more. You have a gift today in simplicity. Rest. Retreat. Be present with the ones that you love the most. Move at the pace of Mother Nature. Move slow and simple and appreciative of the little beauties that arise in the present moment. Rest at home. Stay home. Rest patiently and lovingly and fearlessly, and take excellent loving care of yourself. I have faith, and therefore in my heart know that if we were all to simply do this, we'd arrive at healing, peace, and positive change very quickly. And don't worry, we'll get there no matter what, in time, to a peaceful resolution. Keep the faith, and this too shall pass. And remember that there is infinite power and potential with us at all times to manifest any reality of our choosing. Remember, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. According to the angels, you have the power to create anything upon which you set your heart and mind without exception. With alignment with God, you have the power to experience anything. That leaves nothing out. Remember that tapping into this creative power begins at the level of your consciousness, at the level of conscious transformation. So, in the face of global fear, what will you choose? Hope and love, or fear and desperation. What you choose to hold within the divine instrument that is your consciousness will play out like music into every area of your outer life. And what you do in your own life, of course, you do to the whole world. So hold your torch of hope high, my friends. Hold it high enough for everyone to see, and watch as we light up the world. Let's come together, as we always do, in our guided meditation, and just take a moment to do just that. We're going to take a moment to pause and hold space together for peace and hope for each other and for our world. Close your eyes, get comfortable, and allow yourself to relax deeply. Breathing deeply, allow the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Allow this to calm your heartbeat to a restful, healing rhythm. Feel this peaceful rhythm transforming every cell of your body. Noticing how easy it is to now let go and float in perfect peace and stillness. The angels are channeling bright emerald green healing light into your spirit and into the collective now. Breathe this light in deeply. Feel and visualize as emerald light awakens your crown chakra, the energy center at the top of the head, and the third eye, the energy center at the center of your forehead. Draw emerald healing light through these energy centers now. And allow this light to flood throughout your body. Feeling as it moves down your spine, clearing every chakra center, all the way down to your root at the tailbone. Feeling as every single cell of your body, every electron, is bathed and now crystallizes within the emerald healing light. With your next deep breath, allow this emerald light to expand beyond your physical form, creating a beautiful, crystal, sparkling cocoon of emerald energy around you. Every breath you take allows this emerald light to expand out further and further. Watch as it floods into all of humanity. The light surrounding every single human being all around the world. In the vibration of nature's perfect harmony, healing, regeneration. As you continue to breathe and observe, allow this beautiful light you see to create beautiful sensations of comfort comfort, peace, and deep love being summoned from the core of every human being's heart now. A circle of angels now stand around you and also around the planet. Together, they begin to channel gold and emerald light into your third eye. Breathe this light in. Allow the third eye to receive this light and to awaken. The angels are giving you sight, helping you to gaze out through your third eye into the collective. Allow yourself to notice the dancing vibrations within the collective. Noticing the difference between the vibrations of peace and those of suffering. To those dancing vibrations that have collected in a simulation of suffering, breathe deeply and send emerald light, watching as the emerald light gently and easily deprograms the vibration of that suffering. Watch as the structures of suffering dissolve before your very eyes. And as they dissolve, breathe deeply and rest, allowing feelings of comfort and peace to channel through your being. Watch as waves of comfort and peace roll across the planet. Watch as peace forms its own structure in the collective consciousness, one far stronger than anything else, holding, healing, and uplifting all. The angels who stand around us now show that they are singing in harmonious vibrations. These harmonious tones create a geometric structure, a beautiful symmetrical structure now held around the collective, holding the planet. Like the loving arms of a mother or father. It pours out into our consciousness. Breathe that energy into every level of your being, allowing the intelligence of love to fill your spirit, your mind, and your physical body, holding space for this miraculous, healing, peaceful energy to move through all the world. Visualize and feel now as the intelligence of this higher light moves to the collective human immune system, watching the vibration and geometry of the collective immune system rearranging as these healing vibrations hold us lovingly and safely in peace and perfection now. with your next deep, healing breath, think the following thought with your inner spiritual voice. I am the peace of God. I allow the perfect peace and healing of the divine to flow through me into the global human family now. I am well. We are well. I am at peace. And we are at peace. And so it is. With your next deep, healing breath, bring your awareness back into the present moment, into your physical body. Breathe, relax, and gather this peace into your heart, feeling it anchoring within you. We'll take in one more deep inhale as we hold this energy. And then with your next exhale, you may gently open your eyes and shift your awareness back into the room that you are in, into the physical world. Thank you. Thank you so much. Return to a visualization like this one regularly if you feel guided to help hold space for peace. And I really know that as we do this, as we practice this, it will increasingly help us to open up well-being everywhere. We share everything as a human collective. So now is our time to take your calls, texts, and chat requests for angel readings. I do see that many of you are lined up for readings already, but if you haven't submitted a request and would like to, you can either call or text the Bring Me to Life team at 240-979-6366. Again, that's 240-979-6366. Or you can also join the chat at bringmetolife.com and submit your reading request there. Today, I will be working with the Answer is Simple cards and the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. Before we go into our readings, I'm going to just give a general message with thoughts on the coronavirus, since I see we might have a few questions that come in about that. Just as a general message, do not be afraid, but be informed, be centered, and focused on peace, and stay home while this makes its way through that collective human immune system. While you don't need to add fear to this situation, you do need to take it seriously so that we can protect the collective. Distancing is a matter of mathematics. We can reduce the spread and more quickly eradicate this the sooner that we all adhere to distancing. Distancing helps us protect our hospitals. While a large percentage of the population will heal and clear the virus, there's also those who will be far more challenged by it and risk death. So out of protection for every precious human life, and out of protection to our hospital systems, which currently maybe don't have the infrastructure to handle mass numbers of people being hospitalized due to this, we stay home, right? Yes, take it seriously. That's a simple act that you have control over now, by the way, if you feel you want to help and contribute to the collective good. One other little anecdote, we're going to go to our readings. Years ago, an anthropologist by the name of Margaret Mead was asked by a student what she considered to be the first sign of civilization in a culture. The student expected Mead to talk about fish hooks or clay pots or grinding stones, tools, that kind of thing. But Mead said that the first sign of civilization in an ancient culture was a femur, which is a thigh bone, that had been broken and then healed. Mead explained that in the animal kingdom, if you break your leg, you die. You cannot run from the danger. You can't get to the river for a drink. You can't hunt for food. You are meat for predators. No animal survives a broken leg long enough for the bone to heal. A broken femur that has healed is evidence that someone has taken time to stay with the one who fell. Someone bound up the wound and carried the person to safety and tended that person through recovery. Helping someone else through difficulty is where our civilization starts, Mead said. So our actions can define the values of our civilization right now. So again, stay home, help and care for others where it's safe and right to do so, and hold on to hope, peace, faith, and love. Yes. Okay, let's go and see where the angels would like to start with our readings today. Ooh, we've got lots of them. Wonderful. Okay, let's go to Alejandra first. Alejandra says, oh, she had a reading done last summer and was told that she would be going through a rebirth, and it was spot on. Yay, that's so exciting. Alejandra says, I have healed and learned so much. However, I'm struggling to find meaning or purpose for my life. What can the angels tell me so that I stay on the right track? Oh, I love you so much, Alejandra. Thank you so much for sending in your request. I'm going to tune into your angels right away and pull a few cards for you. Let's see what we get. I'm feeling drawn to the answer is simple cards here. Okay, so the angels are first of all highlighting one of your biggest spiritual gifts, which you're probably already aware of, and that is that you're an empath. You've got really high empathy, which means you've got high sensitivity to the feelings of others. In fact, even the ability to take on the feelings or states of beings of others and transform them. These are the makings of a healer. You've got healing abilities, healing gifts. So the angels are showing us that in your life, you'll likely find a great sense of meaning from fulfilling your purpose. That's where a lot of us get our greatest joy in this life. Our greatest feelings of fulfillment is from doing something purposeful, serving in some way. So serve in a way that feels like it's healing for you. Let's turn over our cards and see what the angels would like to add about this. Wonderful. Okay. So your first card is the look forward card. Looking forward. I love that because it's telling you that, yes, this is actually a good time in your life since you've been through a rebirth, you've been through your crossroads and that kind of thing, to start to rearrange your perspective a little bit. Sometimes after a rebirth, it's actually really normal and common for us to lose sight of the perceptions that we once held that gave us, our sense of meaning and purpose. Because the very point of a rebirth is to rearrange those things, is to redefine those things. So when the look forward card comes up for you, it's your angel's way of saying, take inventory of your life and take time to be quiet and to listen to your heart and to allow your heart to tell you whatever it might have to give regarding where you feel most passionately called in this world. What do I feel most passionate about doing? What do I feel most passionate about doing? And for you, okay, they're showing your people connections really strong. They're showing us both the ways that you could connect with people professionally, as well as connecting with people personally. Connecting with family, loved ones, friends, starting or having your own family, that kind of thing. Beautiful, beautiful energy around this. All of these things are included in a very healing and nurturing way in your life's purpose. So start letting those maybe passions or feelings, beliefs, desires shape what you're imagining. Allow those things to help to inform what you start to envision as you look forward for what would resonate most with you right now. And it's okay during times like this to reimagine your job or your lifestyle a little bit. It's okay to maybe edit these things a little bit, to go on an unexpected turn and to find something that feels like it really, really, really matches with who you are and what you're meant to do. And again, just remember, you are a healer, healer. Your second card, I love. It's a card that says, it's not an emergency. When we see this card, essentially, it's just telling us to, again, slow down and to know that there is no rush. There's no rush to force yourself to figure out everything today. You've got time. Be kind and very patient with yourself and know that all transformations take time in life. So your angels are really emphasizing once again that it's important to give yourself permission to really slow down. Why? Because the slowdown or the retreat is a time of contemplation that gives you the space necessary to be able to listen to your heart, which would be very important. So that's important. Oh, I love your third card. I just turned it over. We've got the stick with it card. Stick with it. This is wonderful. So it's essentially saying that you've got the pacing of a long-term path ahead of you right now. So again, there's no need to figure out everything that you might want to do regarding changing things in either your professional or personal life, but just start by listening, getting in touch with your heart, following what feels like it's the most right, passionate, inspired, purposeful thing that you can be doing, especially if it involves people, human connections, and healing. And then just stick with it. Take baby steps. Climb the path very, very slowly, gradually, one step at a time, enjoying the journey that you are on. Because according to the angels, they actually want to remind you of something. You are still discovering new things in the wake of this rebirth time that you have had. You're still discovering things, the pieces of your life that likely, were flying all around you in a gesture of change are still settling. The dust is still settling. So wait until things are settled, because things will become more and more and more clear as that occurs. So stick with it. Know that you've got a beautiful path as a healer of any kind that you desire, by the way. So just explore the ways that you feel most called to right now. And all of the right people are going to line up for you at the right time. Again, the angels keep emphasizing both personal and professional life for you. So it seems like there might be some really great professional connections you might make that might inspire you with making a new turn, that helps you to feel really, really excited with what's going on in your career part of your life purpose. And then your personal life too. It's like there's new relationships or a deepening in current relationships that might be coming forward, providing some beautiful new blessings. Family is ready to grow for you. And that's going to be happening over the next several years, according to your angels. They just added. So thank you so much, Alejandra. Sending you lots of love and lots of angels. Okay. Let's see where the angels would have us go next. Okay. Let's go to, forgive me if I pronounce your name incorrectly, Felice. Hopefully that's right. Or maybe it's Felice, either Felice or Felice. Beautiful name, by the way. I love that. Felice says, I have the question regarding purchasing a home. Thank you for your words of wisdom. All right, let's go ahead and grab some cards for this. I'm going to just tune into Archangel Chamuel here as well. Chamuel is the angel of love, but is also our finding angel. Chamuel is really good at helping us to find the best path forward. If we're looking for a home, a soulmate, a job, whatever it is, call on Chamuel. I'm also seeing Uriel with you too. So I'm tuning into two specific, very strong angels who are at your side right now, my dear. And they're showing us that, okay, yes, it looks like purchasing a home is definitely on the horizon for you, but there's something about the timing of it that feels like it might be either a little more drawn out than you expected, or just in some way the timing is a little bit different. So they're saying that, if you find that to be true as you continue to go forward with the process of finding a new home, just be patient. Don't give up. If there are, little stumbling blocks or little unexpected blips that come up with the timing of preparing for all of this, that's okay. Take your time. I keep hearing the angels saying the word patience, patience, patience. They're repeating it for you. So that means that it's okay to go slow. And actually there are benefits to going slow right now. So that would be absolutely wonderful. So let's go ahead and turn over your cards and see what we have here. Beautiful. Oh, I love this. Okay, your first card is the detox card. Oh, and I just got a note that the first time the pronunciation was right, Felice. Okay, beautiful. I love your name. I love that. I love unique names. They're so beautiful. So the detox card, when we see a card like this, it's telling us that it's time to really, really simplify your outlook or simplify the situation in some way. First area of detox the angels would like to focus on for you is worry and overcomplication. They're saying detox from any worry or overcomplicating the way that you're seeing things right now, or maybe calculating out things having to do with, maybe financing and, searching for the right home and all of that. Take your time. When you give yourself permission to go slowly with this process, the angels are saying that that helps you with detoxing from worry, takes the pressure off of you, which is really wonderful. Your second card is very interesting. The second card says, put others first. Putting others first. So when we see a card like this, it's a really great reminder that it can be very helpful to include other people's perspectives in our goal and what we're doing. So with regard to purchasing a new home, include other people's perspectives on this situation, whether that is, the perspective of maybe other family members that you would be moving with and listening into what their priorities are and then kind of pooling those priorities and values and aims together, or whether that means including the perspective of realtors or professionals, others that might be able to coach and guide and help you to get to the exact goal that you are looking to most. Include those other perspectives. Those things are really going to help you. And the angels are adding that will help you with mental detox too, because sometimes if we're really worrying or anxious or again, overanalyzing a situation that we're in, that can actually pull our focus a little off topic sometimes or cloud us from being able to see maybe simple solutions that might be there. So just remember if anything like that comes up, that it's really, really helpful, to pause, stop, consider what other people are saying, consider advice that you are being given, and just work to simplify. Now, okay, we've got our final card, and this is what the angels are saying is going to help you narrow down the results of manifesting, purchasing this new home. This card says, just sing. I like that because essentially this is a card that's focusing on self-expression. It says, after having purified all of the many, many thoughts and considerations that have been swirling around in your head, just sing what's in your heart or just express your true desire. You'll be able to simplify maybe the kinds of qualities that you're looking for in your new home, the location. You'll be able to simplify based on having a very clear seeing of what's most important to you in your heart. So express that. And once you've kind of simplified down what your priorities and, your basic needs are as you go about this journey, this search, that's going to help to really steer you in the right direction, it looks like. So keep calling on Chamuel and Uriel. Again, take your time. It's okay to let this process go nice and gradually and slowly. You've got some really, really great things coming to you. And it looks like there's, by the way, a lot of happiness in the new home because it feels really, really good when you've got your own new space. There's just something really refreshing I'm kind of feeling from it. So you're on the right track. Good job listening to your heart with this one. Okay, thank you, Felice. Let's go to our next reading. Let's see, where would the angels like us to go? Okay, I am going to go to Judean. Okay, so Judean says, I would like to ask the angels, what can I do during this time my 17-year-old is home? Ah, yes. He's angry with me because I was a terrible mom when he was younger. I was on meth and an alcoholic. I've been clean for over 7 years. What can I do to help him heal, forgive, and move forward? I'll do whatever it takes. That is beautiful. Okay, so first of all, Judean, your angels are pointing to the fact that you have really pure intentions. Your heart is beautiful. Your heart is pure. With pure, loving intentions, that is a truth that is universally recognizable. You know that? No matter where someone is in their life, including your 17-year-old, we always have, every human being, the ability to recognize the presence of truth when we see it. There's a part of us that's always able to sense the deeper intentions, the deeper truth in a situation when we allow ourselves. So keep consistently doing just what you're doing, which is to hold this beautiful intention to help him heal, to move through forgiveness, to move forward. That intention is more magical than you might imagine. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you and also see which angels are around you right now. Okay, I'm seeing Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, and I'm feeling guided to pull some of our cards from our Raphael deck as well. I'm also seeing Archangel Michael in this situation. So Michael is with your 17-year-old. He is one of his really strongest guides right now, it looks like, and is working diligently on helping clear him of fear. So one thing that you can do right off the bat is calling on Archangel Michael to help clear the energy and the imprint, the memory of past fear, so that healing can flow, and to call on Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, to help heal the relationship and also heal your 17-year-old, his heart. That's going to be something beautiful. So let's go ahead and turn over our cards and see what else the angels would like to add in this situation. Okay, beautiful. Our first card is unconditional joy. And actually, I pulled a second card from the Answer is Simple deck just to cross this card. Sometimes I do that when I want a little extra knowledge or information from the cards. I'll put one card right on top of the other and intend for their messages to be linked. And the card crossing the unconditional joy card is you are safe. So there's a really powerful message coming out of this. You know the old saying that when mom is happy, everybody's happy? Well, it's true. For a family, when the mother or the leaders, the parents usually, are happy, when they give themselves permission to be in a state of joy, it makes the children, it makes everyone else feel safe, as if they're being given permission to also feel happy and to feel safe. There's nothing so beautiful and healing as that. The truth is, from your angels, that despite your son's anger and hurt, he loves you. He loves you so incredibly and loves you in a very protective way. Yes, he's been let down and disappointed in the past, but his love hasn't gone anywhere. And you can help to shine that up like a diamond, bring it out in him. And one of the things that you can do is to share experiences of joy. Help him to see you uplifted, happy, smiling, enjoying the present moment. Have quality, joyful time together. That's very, very nurturing. Sometimes doing that is just as effective, if not even more, than, the therapy that you might go to where you communicate about your feelings and reassure each other and talk things out. Sometimes, yes, facing the fear, facing the issue is important too. Sure, communicating and finding a kind of sense and sanity and meaning, that's all important. That's the hard work part. But it's equally as important to honor the other side, to honor the other side of energy, which is joy. Every relationship is nourished by joy. Love comes to life in the presence of joy, the angels wish to remind you. So do some joyful things together now. You've got some really special time together at this time. So go ahead and do that. Your second card from the Raphael deck is the increased energy card. Increased energy. I'm hearing him say two things. First, he's saying light work. And next, he's saying physical energy. So what the angels are saying regarding light work is that sending energy or praying and visualizing healing light around your son and around you too. This is something that will uplift the situation beautifully. So that's very good. And then regarding physical energy, they're saying literally doing more together, getting creative, acting. Sometimes that means moving your body or doing a creative project together. Just your son witnessing you having increased levels of energy where you're doing productive, forward-moving things. These things are so reassuring and hope-inspiring for him. You're teaching him wonderful lessons. Remember, by the way, that as far as the pendulum swings in one direction, so in the direction, we'll say in this case of feeling the hurt or the fear, it has the ability to swing equally in the opposite direction, in the direction of love and peace. So just remember that. The angels want you to know There's great love and great peace on the way if you put a little energy into it, and you actually have the ability to teach your son really powerful lessons. Your final card, by the way, is expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. I love that. So this says that there is plenty of hope in this relationship. I'm seeing that actually deep down, the angels are showing us your son wants to heal. Your son wants to heal, wants to be happy with you, wants you to be happy, wants to let go of fear and anger and that kind of thing. You've got the ability to experience that together now. So really come together, spend that time together, get creative, active, joyful, spend that quality time. Beautiful things will happen. All right. It looks like we are now coming to the end of our time together. I do see that we still have a lot of questions, but guess what? We'll be back next week. So please bring these questions back in, you guys. We will be here for you. For Angel Hour, of course. Same time, Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And I can't wait to take as many readings as we can then, because of course then we'll have a full hour for it. Yay! So thank you so much again for everyone who joined today. It's so special to be able to connect with all of you this way. So I want you to know how truly grateful I am for you. Do keep in touch. I'll be posting lots of angel healing and inspiration in the days to come on social media. You can find me at SarahHall444 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Be sure to connect with me on YouTube as well, where I'll be posting some new exciting videos in the next couple of days. Yay! And as always, if you'd like your own private angel reading, a healing session, or would like to take one of my online channeled angel courses, you can visit my website at sarahhall.com. All of my love to you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.